So here's a thing called, some people call proximity or the magic bubble. When you want your dog to come into you, you want them to come in close, and you want them to enjoy coming to you. But you also want them to think of sort of an area around you as their safe spot. This is good for, fearful dogs, reactive dogs, that know if something's worrying me, I'll just come into this spot here. And even a dog like Quincy, who might just get a bit more excited about something, how about coming into this spot here, close to me, right where I am. So if I need to, I can control him. But, in general, we just want him to go, good spot to be. I might go there a bit, but I'll come back here to check in. Or I might go over there a bit, but if you call me, I'll come back here again. So in order to teach this, what we want to do is start with just dropping food, if it gets to the ground, at our feet. And kind of all around me, so that he is close to this area where I am. So this is a good spot to be. Look at this. That's if he can find it, of course. Quincy's nose apparently is inoperative at times. So just do that. And we can use, when you're training this, it's good to have one food that is okay, say like the kibble or these biscuits, and one food that is a lot better. And especially once we start the next steps, you really want that better food. But you do, want the dog, to be quite happy to be here. Now, what size of dog have you got? Quincy's kind of medium sized. I do it standing up. If you have a teeny dog, you might decide to kneel down to do this to begin with. Yes, down, thank you. Or you can stand. Eventually you will be standing, because the idea is to be able to take this out on your walks with the dog wherever you're going, so that it is you and this area around you. So I would start with find it. Does he come back in here? That was the crummy piece that he can't find, and he's come back here, and I'm going to give him the good piece. And I'm going to throw the crummy piece that way. And does he come back in? So I'm just going to wait. And when he comes in close, I am going to reward him for that. But I do want him closer than this. Take it. Okay. So now he's a little unsure of himself, because he doesn't know, am I supposed to touch that or am I not, since he has been taught choice, where he only takes things when he is given the cue, take it or find it. Find it. Yes, good boy. Find it. Yes, good boy. So I'm always feeding him right near me. Find it. And I'm going to toss that again, because he didn't see where it landed. Quincy, find it. And there we go. And he comes back in. So now he's coming in, closer to me. So once he started doing that, now what I'm going to do is I've just fed him around here. Then I've added the find it, where I actually find it, get him to move away from me. And then, even though he couldn't find that, when he comes back into me again, which is good. It's like, I don't know where it is. I'm not going to hunt for it. Find it. And I'll just return over here. Well, sometimes he might decide, I didn't realize it went that far. And back he comes. Oops, off he goes. So all these little things, they're just, he's smelling the other ones, he's finding them, and that's okay. There. He gets the good stuff when he comes back here to me, rather than searching for the crappy stuff. Now, I want to take it, so to speak, on a walk. I want to be able to move, and have him move with me. And as I keep walking, he comes and catches up to me. So still coming into my space and staying close to my space. Take it. So this is a really kind of quick version. How quickly does your dog catch on to these things? And because I've been doing a little bit of this with Quincy, I can kind of hurry through the steps. But first, you just drop the food at your feet and drop the good stuff at your feet. Then, or if he gets too excited, then make it, the not so good stuff. And then, I will, actually do a find it to let him go out and then find his own way back to me into the spot. And the find it is the crappy food. The coming back to me is the good food. And then finally, I'm just going to walk with him so that he comes with me. And I will do the odd find it as I'm walking too. At first I might just want to see if he sticks close, but occasionally I'll do a find it as well so that he can kind of move away from me and then catch up to me in my little circle here. And then of course the last thing is to take it on the road. And just like all training, we're working at this step by step. We want to make sure that the dog seems to have the idea at step 1 before we move to step 2. Do we have to somehow make it even smaller for them? What do we need to do for them to be successful? And never be in a hurry, and especially when you take it out of the room you're working in, or out of the basement, or out of the backyard. Every time you're changing it, there will be more distractions around in the environment, and you may have to go back up. You may have to go all the way back to step 1. I'm standing here dropping food at my feet. And certainly once you leave your property and are elsewhere, we're still, especially for the reactive dogs, we're still staying below threshold. We're still keeping an eye out for any potential triggers and moving them away from that. And we're practicing. Something could be way over there, which he sort of noticed it, but we're going to practice back at step 1, just drop around here and then move away. So you were always bouncing back and forth, a bit harder, change the picture, a bit easier, and go back up to where we were.